You wouldn't believe this, but this is English summer. And with it, the most important part of our calendar at the start of the English cricket season. Cricket is a weird sport indeed. Today, we're here at the Oval in South London, the home of Surrey County Cricket Club. And pretty jolly it is too. 22 people walking around the field all day, throwing a little round thing, which we call a ball, against little sticks, which we call wickets. And the thing is, the weather is always dreadful. Us English, eccentric? Never. Wonderful. Well done, old chap. Wonderful. My fellow observer today is none other than Captain Sensible, who for the last 8 years has been the mainstay of one of our most notorious punk bands, our first in Britain, The Damned. Now he's got a great solo career going and he's here today with me. Captain, welcome.
Good afternoon, mate.
What about cricket then? Are you a regular here?
Yeah, I come down now and then. It's a bizarre and wonderful game.
Isn't it a bit slow though? I mean, nothing really goes on, does it?
Well, I think you've hit the nail right on the head, actually. That's one of the reasons I like it, because it's exceptionally lazy, laid-back sort of, you know, something happens now and then, but like, generally, like, sort of, you can... I mean, look at that guy up the back there, I mean...
He looks very into it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got the vibes going.
And of course, one of the few places in the country that you can drink all afternoon and all the... most of the evening, right?
Yeah, in fact, the only, because of the stupid licensing laws in Britain, I mean, the only places you can get a drink at 4:30 in the afternoon is a cricket match or intercity train, which I think is a disgrace.
Exactly. Don't get rid of them
not that I touch the stuff myself, you know.
Straight down, doesn't touch the sides at all. Back to The Damned, that's kept going, hasn't it? I mean, it was shocking people 8 years back. It seems to have survived many a change, and of course, I mean, the group is still doing incredibly well.
Right, well, the thing about The Damned is basically, there's no way in the world The Damned could ever split up while the Clash are still going, because we want to be the last surviving punk group, you know, from like sort of the early days. I mean, the Pistols are gone, and, you know, like sort of the Jam, and, you know, all this stuff.
But do you class the Clash as punk anymore?
Well, they were classed as like sort of punk in the early days, and, I mean, my idea of the three differences between the three groups was like the Pistols were just saying destroy and like sort of, you know, not saying anything intelligent, like sort of to replace what they wanted to destroy. The Clash were like sort of doing all this heavy political bit, but like sort of don't know how much they meant, you know what I mean. And the Damned were just four working class yobbos who like sort of didn't particularly like each other, were just out to make a fast buck.
Which you made more than a couple as well. Cricket now. Explain.
We didn't. We absolutely skimmed.
Really?
Yeah. The most we were ever on was £30 a week, and The Damned never made a penny. Every tour of the States we ever did, like, so we lost like thousands. Mainly because, like, so all the damages and all that stuff.
You've just done a cereal commercial on the TV. Why breakfast cereal?
Well.
Because that loses me.
Well, because I want an equity card, basically.
I see.
I want to move into acting, and you can't get a job in acting in Britain without an equity card. So I did this cereal commercial. Also, I like cereal. I mean, I'm a vegetarian. I would have done an advert for sausages or, you know, steaks or anything like that.
Right.
But cereals, yeah, fine.
But what about...
Watch that milk pour.
What about...
The great thing was, they thought of the slogan first before the actual.
All right. What's that? That's a tour, isn't it?
That's a tour, yeah.
Tour, yeah.
Right. What was we talking about?
God knows, it's so encapsulated in this sport. You drop off halfway between conversations. No, you watch that milk pour.
Oh yeah,
the slogan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The Weetabix breakfast box, a sensible choice.
Jolly sensible, my auntie. Starts my day with a choice of nice, healthy cereals from the Weetabix breakfast box. 2 sachets each of Weetabix, Alpen, Farmhouse Bran, and Weetabix.
Captain, breakfast.
Morning, auntie.
Very sensible.
The Weetabix breakfast box, a sensible choice.
And you look upon it as fun, and there's no losing any credibility with any of your damned followers.
I couldn't care less, mate.
Really?
I actually could. What is it, Julie Birchall? One of these,
Julie Birchall?
One of these, journalists.
Journalist people, yeah.
In inverted commas type people. Said, you know, like sort of, you know, he's showing his true colours now. Yeah, bloody right I am. You know, I'm a working class geezer who never had any money in his life. I was destined to work in factories for the rest of my life. And I actually was a toilet cleaner. And I'm just a working class bloke trying to make an honest living. And like, there's nothing wrong with making money.
Not at all, they just do see
I'd like
it.
to try it. I'd like to have wheelbarrows full of articulated lorries full of money, right? You know.
And then what would you do with it, besides, like, you know, buy a box of glove and whack Julie Burchill firmly in the next ear, like I wouldn't mind doing?
I'll probably kill myself within 6 months.
You're going to be dead by the time you're 17.
Yeah, I'll just like sort of go berserk, you know, bottles of Remy Martin and...
No, I don't believe it. If you like life that much, you can't be happy when you're dead. Well, you can try, I suppose. I mean, you know, happy talk doesn't go with it, does it?
That's a bit,
Heavy?
heavy for me. Governor.
Wonderful. You've got a massive hit now, Glad It's All Over. Tell us about that. That really is, it's really established you, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's, it got rid of the, you know, well, I had this horrible tag of being like sort of a revivalist of old soundtrack sort of tunes. The Happy Talk sort of thing was getting right up my nose, you know what I mean? And so, I mean, it was really nice when like sort of this one did something in the chart. It's basically an anti-war song, and, you know, because punk is basically a vegetarian anti-war thing, you know what I mean? It's like pacifists, and everyone thinks punk's like really violent and stupid and aggressive and moronic. And it's not at all. It's got a real message.
The videos, are they your ideas?
Yeah, the video for Glad It's All Over was basically sort of all my ideas. There's some sort of, I don't know, it sounds dodgy, but there's some sort of psychedelic revival going on in Britain at the moment, and I just basically got this really ludicrously over-the-top psychedelic geezer to bring all these like sort of, you know, his what do you call them, blobs and bits and back projections and all this stuff. And like we did it with virtually no lights, no real lights, but just projections and things, and tried to make a psychedelic sort of effort out of it. And the other half of it was done in Camden Market, which is a hippie market, and you can buy like oil of patchouli and,
Oh dear, oh dear.
and all that nice stuff.
Well, fun it is, Captain Sensible. Thank you very much indeed for being with us.
Good luck to you, boss.
Well, they appear to have gone into tea. Perhaps we could leave them to that. We'll leave you now then with Captain Sensible and his newie Glad It's All Over. Captain, perhaps you'd like to introduce it for us.
Well, folks, it's my tip for the top of the old pub croc. Greetings, pub pickles. Glad It's All Over by Captain Sensible. Shut up! Play the video. Shut up!